Good morning, my beautiful friends. How are you this morning? So it's cold and gloomy again here in Southern Ohio. Yesterday was beautiful. It was amazing. It was warm in the first half of the day. So the first half of the day, Brock went fishing, and I went out and cleaned and got my patio and porch ready for spring, ready to do some outdoor cooking and lounging. And then storm blew in and it got super cold and windy. So last night, Brock and I had a date night. We went to the movies and we went through, got us a, here in Ohio, we have Skyline or Gold Stars, big competition, who's best. It's kind of like a sweet chili, and I grew up eating a spicy chili, so it was hard for me to wrap my head around that. But you throw that on a hot dog, wait, it's so good. It's like my hot dog. Last night, this is my hot dog dance. I love hot dogs. So we had that. We got home at 9:30 last night. Ooh, really hanging out there late. So anyway, we had a good time. We had a good date night. So today's the perfect day for me to spin in my kitchen. I've got lots of good things going on today. Brock caught some fish yesterday, so we're gonna fry some fish. I'm gonna do a stovetop mac and cheese, a freezer slaw, and I'm going to bake an upside down cake. I have to make a confession. I've personally never cooked an upside down cake because my dad always did it. So I thought, this is something I want to do and try on my own, so we're gonna get to it. So I have my oven preheating at 350. So we have here, now listen, I'm gonna do a half a cake because it's just Brock and I. So before I come here with you friends, I took just my cake mix. I got this on sale for $1. I was gonna make a cake from scratch, but I was like, $1, I'm just gonna grab this up. So I just took this and I put it on my food scale and weighed it. Now you can just eyeball it, put it on the cup and measure half. So it's gonna be 7.62 ounces. I was a little over, but it's not that big of a deal. Now I've saved the other half here and I'm gonna put in a Ziploc baggie and I'll put back in the box. And then I put the measurements with a marker on the box. I'll put this in the baggie so it stays fresh. I'm gonna move it out of the way so I don't spill it. We have a mess. So I put my bowl on the scale, zeroed it out, put the mixture in and weighed it to 7.62. That's that. There's for half a cake. Now I've got my round cake pan here. I'm going to do round today. And I've sprayed it with some Baker's Joy. And then my oven's at 350. So I'm going to pop this in the oven and melt this butter. And then we'll be back to finish the rest of the cake. So we have that 1 stick of butter melted in the bottom of the pan. So now we're going to take 2/3 cup of brown sugar. And we're going to put on top of that butter. That's a lot of butter. That's why that cake is so delicious. Okay. Get that pressed down. Now I'm not sure how many pineapple slices I'm gonna need since I'm using this round cake pan. Let me grab a fork here. I forgot to grab one. So I've just got brown. My dad would change it up. Sometimes he would use round pineapple. Sometimes he would use crushed. I'm always just going to go with the old school round pineapple. This was in its own juice. I didn't think I needed any more sugar than what it already had. So I've drained the juice off the pineapple. Now a quick tip that I like to follow is if I buy something for a recipe, I buy 2. So I bought 2 cans of pineapple. That way, if I decide 2 months from now I want to bake another one, I already have that pineapple on hand and I have my half cake mix. I'm ready to go. All right, well, that looked like it turned out pretty well. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pineapple pieces. The pan's kind of hot, so you can see there. Then, of course, we're going to come in with those cherries right in the middle. Got to have those. That's classic, right? Go. Sometimes you just got to get your fingers in there. Wash them first, of course. Get in there and let them do the work. Now, I think I might stick a few more in here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Why not, right? It's my cake. I can do what I want. So go around with these cherries. And then we'll mix up the cake mix and we'll get it thrown in the oven. These little cherries were harder to get out than what I thought. Sorry for the boredom here. Let me tell you what happened. Saturday, I was getting ready for work, went into the bathroom, came back out, and Ruger, my dog, was chewing on my glasses. Yes, he chewed them up. Why? I don't know. He's never bothered anything before. I know. Yes, Cat. It was very upsetting. So I had to go get readers. So I'm wearing readers because I cannot see. But these, I cannot walk and work in them because I'm... So anyway, they'll get me through until I can go and make an appointment and give me some prescription glasses again. The joys of having a dog. Okay, so there we've got our pineapple, our brown sugar, our butter, our pineapple, and our cherries. Looks good and smells good already. So now we've got our half cake mix. Now I will tell you, I went ahead and put in the 1/4 cup of oil because I filled that right to the rim. I was afraid if I set it down on my island, I would spill it. Because sometimes that's what I do. Okay, to that, because we're halving the recipe, it's going to be a 1/2 cup of water, 1/4 cup of oil, and it called for 3 eggs for the whole thing. So when that happens, I do 1 full egg, okay, and then I do 2 tablespoons of a beaten egg. Grab my tablespoon here. And that should be close to a 1.5 eggs. Okay, so 1, 2. I had a little less than that when I get that. Okay, and then I'll divide up and give to the dogs. They like a good egg. Okay, so that's it for the cake mix. We're just gonna get that mixed together. These dogs this morning, they need to go outside and play. One of them had my shoe earlier. I don't know what's gotten into them. They're all old. They act like they're having a midlife crisis or something. I don't know. They're getting into stuff here lately. So there's that cake mix mixed up. Now yesterday, after Brock got back from fishing, he went over to his hometown, which is about an hour away, and met with his sister. And they toured their old elementary school because they're getting ready to tear it down. They're tearing down all these schools and building new ones, which I know it needs to happen, but it's kind of sad, isn't it? So anyway, he went to his old elementary school, got to see some of his old teachers, and see some classmates and hang out with his sister. So he had a good time. So we had a really good day yesterday. I love days like that. So I'm just going to pour this batter right on top. I'm gonna scrape it out. Listen, my furnace just kicked on. You may have heard it. Can't believe it. Yesterday I had the windows open. Today the furnace is running. Welcome to Ohio. All seasons in one day. Just the way it is, I guess. And then probably in 2 weeks it'll be 90 and it'll never get cool again. Okay. Here we go. Looks like a lot of butter, so I hope that was correct. This turns out okay. All right. Into the oven it goes. Probably about 25, 26 minutes. I'll time it and I'll let you know and I'll come back. Okay, friends, here we are. It's the big reveal. The cake is out of the oven. It was in there for about 26 minutes. My oven. Test your cake. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Ooh! I heard a plopping sound that said, "Ooh!" I see I got some oozing there on that brown sugar. Should have put something down. I think I may be off center a little bit off my plate. Look at there, friends! We did it! Ooh-wee! me when my dad be proud. Look at that. I was a little off center off my pan. So I've got a little leakage here on the island. That's fine. It's fine. Let's try to scoot it back a little bit. I'm so excited about, look at that. We're gonna let it cool. We'll taste it later. We did it, Brock. Check her out.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna finish up the coleslaw. We got lots of pans on the stove today for you, friends.